Hi, my name is Amber Galbiati, and today I'm going to be doing a video on my taste for living room furniture and decor. And I'm just going to be giving you guys some really good tips on how to make your living room look really, glamorous while still having a lived-in feel. You don't ever, especially if you have children, you don't ever want to have a living room that comes across cold and kind of unlived in. Because you want to be able to welcome your guests in, and you want to be able to have a home that feels really like it's your getaway and it's just your haven. You don't want to be in a living room that feels kind of like it's just a display. And if you do, well, then you probably have two living rooms, which you have a showcase living room and then you have an actual living room where you live. Anyways, I hope you guys really enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like it and don't forget to subscribe. So my first tip for living room decor is you want to choose a few colors. I would suggest usually, anywhere from 2 to 3 colors that run through your living room consistently. These colors will appear in art, they'll appear in your curtains, they will just run through your living room and be consistent. It gives a really nice finished look, and it looks intentional. It looks like you put the effort into making sure that these colors are consistent, and that it just also gives it a really it dresses up your living room by looking more put together and glamorous, how you would see it if you went into a show home, but still looking lived in, but it just really looks well put together. Tip number 2 for decor is if you live in your own home, then I would definitely suggest to paint the walls. It gives it a really nice bright, it just brightens up the walls. It also will, if you do paint the walls, I really suggest painting it in a warmer tone. It just makes it more comforting and more relaxing. If you're painting in a bright orange, that could work, but it might not set the tone for relaxation and a relaxing day or evening. But I mean, it really is your personal preference. If you live in an apartment like I do, I definitely suggest putting some art pieces on the wall. You could also use mirrors. You could use light scones. I don't know if I said that right. You could also use different accent pieces. Anything that's in the season too, like if you have a wreath or garland, basically anything to dress up your wall for an apartment, because you usually are not allowed to paint. I definitely suggest that as well. My other tip that I have for you all is that if you guys have either one window or you have 10 windows, I definitely recommend using really beautiful curtains. You can really play with texture, you can really play with color, and it just really dresses up your windows. And it's just nice for privacy. You can get blackout ones or you can get really pretty sheer ones. It really is something you can play around with, and it's something you can have some fun with and show your personality, show your taste. And it's just, it's really, you can find curtains that are really affordable. You don't have to go to really expensive stores. You can really, if you shop around, you can actually get curtains for, even $50. Whereas if you go to higher end stores, it could cost you a lot more. So that's definitely something that I think would also add glamour, especially if you pick rich tones in like deep purple, deep red. Just the deeper colors really add that glam luxe vibe. Another thing that I really love to add into a living room is shelving. I feel like this is your chance to display your type of taste in art or just photos. Have a little gallery of your family or your friends or your pets, whatever it is that you love. And it's just, I like to have shelves, or a shelf that displays something really nicely, so that it's just for visual. It's not for your, the books that you're hoarding on science projects or, your cosmopolitan magazines. It's specifically for the eye, just to come in and look at and be like, wow, this is really beautiful, and it's just another piece of art pretty much in your living room. You don't want to have this shelf full of a whole bunch of just knick-knack things and like overloaded, because that can be overwhelming for the eye. You want to just have a few simple things on this shelf, whether it's floating shelves or a floor shelf. You know, you want to just have a few things that you really love so that it can stand out and be visually appealing. Another tip is to have an accent piece in your living room. Whether this is a sofa, a coffee table, a beautiful lamp, a beautiful piece of art, or a lovely accent chair, pick a piece and really have that piece pop, because that's going to be something that will also add glamour and luxury to your living room. You want to have that one piece that everybody stops and says, wow, this is really beautiful. Where did you get this? I just love it. It adds that beautiful, luxurious, and appealing to the eye. It adds that to your living room. So definitely, whatever you prefer, choose something that will just give your living room that extra oomph. Lighting is also really important. You want to be able to have different options for your lighting, whether it's lamps and candles. You want to make sure that you have different possibilities. If you're working on something, you want to make sure you have a lot of light. If you wanted to have, if you want to be really romantic, you might want to just light a few candles and have the lighting be a lot dimmer. It's whatever situation you're in, it's depending for the lighting, but you want to make sure you have those options. You want to make sure that you are ready for whatever comes your way for lighting. And lastly, you want to make sure that your living room has multiple textures, you want to make sure that it's not just one flat tone that runs into your whole living room. You want to make sure you really mix that up. Don't be afraid to mix patterns. Don't be afraid to mix textures. And, as long as you're sticking within 2 or 3 colors, you don't want to go crazy and have just like a rainbow living room. I mean, I personally don't suggest that, but so you want to make sure that there's different layers to your living room, because it will really keep it appealing to the eye, and it will also give it that more luxurious vibe. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Amber Galbiati. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.